¿Otra vez tiene que estudiar? Y también.
¿Me están escuchando?
Hello, how are you? Hello, Giovanni, how are you? How was your day?
Hello, teacher. Fine, thank you. And it was okay that day in the morning I had a meeting to solve the students that we promote to the next year in the school. And I work until 1 p.m. After that, I have lunch. I take a nap for from 2 to 3 p.m. from 3:15 until 5:30, so 45. I had an assessment with one student who wants to do the text tomorrow, and I am with another student from 6 to 7.5, but it's okay. I'm starting here, and I am teaching because this week the school finished the homework. Student finish next Friday. Next Friday they finish to present the tests, the recoveries in the school. So I'm doing my best because I'm teaching like that, and I'm a student too. I know it's okay.
Thanks, Giovanni, so nice, very good. So are you going on vacation or not?
I finished I finished to work next November 30. I work until November 30, and I can enjoy my vacation from December 1st. On December 1st, I start my vacation.
Congratulations, a little bit envy, but congratulations, excellent, very good. Sometimes as a teacher we need a rest because there is a time of
Yes, of course. Actually, today I am working, but I try to do my best for this week because I know that we finished the speaking conversation. But I'm doing my best. I am doing two intermediates. I do Wednesday and Friday. No, excuse me. Tuesday and Thursday intermediate one. I have a speaking session from 6 to 8. And with you, I am on Wednesday and Friday from 6 to 8 speaking session too. So I have 4 days to speaking from Tuesday to Friday.
Oh, so hard, Giovanni. Sorry. It's so hard. I hope we almost finished, Giovanni. If you want to know, almost finished, yes, because this is the encounter number 14 and we are going to just encounter 16. It means a part of this one, we miss two more and that's it. We finish. So that is okay. In a week, we can finish this activity and you can uh, go back to your routine. Adriana, how are you? Welcome. Nice to see you and share with you again. How are you? How was your day?
Hi, teacher. Hi, Giovanni. My day was good. Today I was a great experience for me because from United States uh, came a supplier, and I had the opportunity to talk with him in the afternoon about my orders, about some problems that I had with my process with this supplier, and I talked with him about half an hour, and it was good for me because I don't know why, but sometimes I feel nervous and I forget all, but I I was capable to speak with him for a lot of time. This was special for me today. I'm proud of me.
The most important is that one, the end that you say. This is the most important. Very good. Congratulations, Adriana. And you do very well. I don't know why you are not sure or confident to talk with anybody because you do excellent here during the speech. So I think it's more about yourself, psychology. You have to tell yourself, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it many times. And then you feel more confident because you do very well and you can speak. That
Thank you,
is.
teacher. Yes.
Welcome to the encounter. Today we are going to talk about a little bit about museums, culture, art. We are going to advance during this time. We are going to start with some questions as always. And according with this one, we are going to start with the activities, practice, and everything. Yes, I hope you can see the videos that I sent you before to have the like the previous ideas how we are going to work during this time. So I'm going to share with you many questions, a lot of questions. They are about art. Give me a second, and I'm going to share in the chat. There are so many. It's introducing. I'm going to tell you something. I'm not really good at this topic, but I'm going to learn from you about some information from Colombia or Medellin or Bogota, where you are. And we are going to learn about that. Okay, the first question: how often do you go to art museums? Do you consider yourself to be artistic? What do you think about modern art paintings? How many forms of art can you name? What is your favorite form art? It is graffiti art. Why or why not? What is the most famous statue in your country? Who is your favorite artist and why do you like them so much, or him or her? Do you think that art is important to society? Why? Have you ever tried drawing, painting, sculpting, or something else artistic? What is the most famous painting in your country? And what is traditional art like in world culture? The last one, what is the traditional like in world culture? It's mean the modern art, okay? Something like that. Okay, so we are going to start and we are going to do like this because there are so many and we are two, you're two, you are going to split or divide. The half is going to be answered by Adriana and the other part is going to be answered by Giovanni. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 5, the first 2 Adriana are going to be to you and the others 6 is Giovanni. Um, in this case, Giovanni is going to ask to Adriana the first 5 questions. Adriana answer, and then you switch and continue, Adriana, with the last part of the questions. Okay, so let's start.
So, who's going to start asking? The question, Adriana or me?
You.
Okay. How often do you go to art museums?
Hmm. I let me see. Hmm. The last museum that I visited was Gold Museum, and it was in 2014, 3 years ago.
Okay. Do you consider yourself to be artistic?
Yes, I remembered when I finished my secondary. I wanted to be a good painter. I presented an exam in an academy in Bogota, but I I didn't study this career because my parents didn't give me their economical support. Then I have to study other things. But I consider that I love the art. I am artist.
Okay, okay. Um, what do you think about modern art paintings?
Modern art paintings. Uy, paintings. I consider this is a good expression for the young people. I don't know if the I don't know how to say if the graffitis is this kind of art. I like it a lot of because can express the word of today.
So, how many forms of art can you name? What is your favorite form of art?
Oh my God. I don't know the name of the art, but I like it when the artist paints people with all the details. When can express um, can give expression in their faces with colors. I like the all the human forms. I like it a lot of this kind of paints of art.
Okay, so um, is graffiti art?
Yes,
Why or
I consider that yes, graffiti is art, and is an difficult art because the younger people paint in the street, and other people maybe don't understand this kind of expressions. But nowadays, these expressions um, in are in the cities make the cities more beautiful with colors, with the walls art as the canvas where the painter can put their ideas. For me, is a good art. Okay, now Giovanni, what is the most famous statue in your country?
I think that there are stereotypes that are so famous for very artists. For example, I know Botero has a lot of stereotypes in the center of Medellin, nearby to the culture center. It has a lot of status, and I think that in the world, when you're talking about something about art, we can think that Fernando Botero and their hot girls and their fat boys and their credit status. I think for me, that is the most important status that Colombia is known around the world or in the foreign.
Who is your favorite artist? Why do you like them so much?
My favorite artists. Let me see. I think one of my favorite artists in the world it could be Picasso. I followed for years, for many years, Picasso's pictures. I know that the poor entire know what's about Picasso. When I watched for the first time Titanic in 1997, it started one scene of one stage of the movie. Leonardo DiCaprio says, "No, excuse me." The girl say to in the ship, "This kind of picture is about someone knows that Picasso." So when I was my 15 years old, my 14 years old, I knew about him, and I started following her. I'm looking for a masterpiece from Picasso. I'm looking for some kinds of the Mona Lisa, or maybe for some kinds of the best principal pictures in the French Museum of Art. You can see a lot of pictures about him. So I think that is one of my favorite artists in the world.
Okay. Do you think that art is important to society? Why?
Hmm. I think that this is important to our society. This is a very good question. It is important to keep in mind that there will not be one right answer, but only opinions. We'll start here are my thoughts. On the road, on the society first, on the most basic level, to please people with beauty. It's a broken world. Sometimes it's important to allow people to realize that there are still beauty. Um, I think that maybe that second or more deeper level, art is able to express important values within that society to people in ways that are more memorable. I think that society can also be used to challenge people. The art can challenge the society, and the society can challenge the art too.
Okay. Have you ever tried drawing, painting, sculpting, or something else artist?
Hmm. I have painted when I was a teenager since 2000. Excuse me, since 1996, 1997. I paint a lot of pictures because of the school, but the moment I'm not doing my art is music. My art is their languages. My art are languages and music. But in the moment, I want to start to draw maybe something. I can't in this moment because of my time. I have a friend of mine who is a very good drawer and painter. Actually, he in this moment he's painting my picture for the center of the living room of my new apartment. I'm going to move in 2 weeks to my apartment, and he's the painter to the best and principal picture in the middle of the living room. And I want to learn. I love it. It is difficult for me, but I want to learn.
Okay. What is the most famous painting in your country?
One of the most famous painting in my country, maybe I don't remember the horses painter. I in this moment I don't remember what's his name. It is a painter who paints horses. His name is I don't remember. But the moment I'm going to Potero because I have another painter who paints horses, but in this moment I don't remember his last name. But I follow him about years too.
About what?
I follow him from years. Uh, I don't know. I don't remember it. He's a painter he paints horses, but I don't remember his name and his last name.
Okay, what is traditional art like in your culture?
Mansour. Excuse me. It's David Mansour. I could remember it. David Mansour. Mansour
Ah, okay.
is painted, he paints horses, and I love his art.
And the last question is, what is traditional art like in your culture?
Traditional art. I don't know. Traditional art. I think that traditional art maybe can be that geometric forms or organic forms, or actually forming sculptures. I think that in my tradition, in my country, I can find in a lot of cities or maybe cities in the coast or cities nearby to the beach, sculptures or vasillas or yards. For example, in Cartagena or in Santa Marta, could you find some kinds of some form of sculpture? It is a pre-Columbian art. It is a Indian art. It is native art. I love this kind of art. When I travel there, I take some money to get from souvenirs from there, like a bracelet, like maybe a shirt, a T-shirt, uh, some sandals, or maybe purses with the sculptor's force is kind of clothing, or maybe the materials, utensils that people or men and women use for wedding. For example, bracelets, for example, earrings, for example, chains, and for example, hats too. That's what I think that we have a good skills of economy art in our country. And when we travel there, when we travel to the coast, when we travel, for example, to Medellin or some kind of maybe Santa Marta, Donas Park, Cartagena's cultural art. That's why we have to think that we get this kind of sculptures. That's what I think that it is the traditional art that we have in our country.
Okay, thank you, Giovanni.
Thank you, Adriana.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Congratulations. My God, you know a lot about this topic. So we are going to work a lot and very extensive and very deep about that. Congratulations, Adriana and Giovanni. Michael, welcome. Welcome to the encounter number 14. We almost finished. Welcome, Michael. How are you? Michael, sorry, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I see that you don't have your mic off, but I can hear you. Okay, don't worry. Try to do it, and then we are going to continue with you. Don't worry. For the next activity, you have a link. This link you already saw because was one of the that I shared with you last encounter. I'm going to give you time to listen to again because you are going to explain part of the video. I'm going to remind you this video is about a girl, and the girl is talking about grammar rules. The grammar rules are about the infinitive plus next verb with ing, or both of them are ing or infinitive. Yes, for that reason, we put on, of course, the the adjective and the preposition that you have before the verb. Because it's so long, we are going to divide the video in three parts. Each of you is going to be in charge one of the part. So, Giovanni, you are going to do it part one. It's me. You are going to listen to the video from 0 to the minute 4.05. When you complete this part, you stop.
Teacher, excuse me. I was distracted.
Teacher,
I
you are
was
going to
doing
explain us
I was doing
by
different things.
examples.
What do I have to do from 0 to 4 minutes after
Giovanni,
playing?
you're going to do A, letter A. So you are going to watch the video.
Okay.
One, so you're going to watch the video from the minute 0 until the minute 4. Yes?
Okay.
And
Okay.
you are going to put from the video,
Vocabulary
you're going
primer
to
voice.
put from the video, and then you're going to share with us in order to explain us as a teacher this grammar rule.
Okay, teacher, got
Uh,
it. Okay.
do it by examples, wherever you want to. Okay, the
Okay,
link
teacher.
is that you have there. Adriana is going to do it the same, but in this case, you are going to do it in part 2. Okay, we're saying letter B, part 2, from the minute 4:06 to the minute 8:11. Okay, so you are going to do it in that part. Look for the video and start in that part, because just we are going to have like a 5 minutes to watch the video and organize your ideas to explain the grammar. And Michael is going to do the same, but in part 3. So you are going to start to see the video from the minute 8, and when you finish them and finish until the end of the video. You are going to explain, you are going to be a teacher, and you are going to explain us this part of the grammar structure, and you are going to do it by examples. After the examples, you say the information. Okay, is that clear? I hope you understand the information, and I'm going to give you 5 minutes to watch the video in the part that you need to. Okay, remember, part 1 is Giovanni, part 2 Adriana, part 3 Michael. The time is 6:35, so we are going to come back at 6:40. Let's do it. Okay, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, very good. So the order is the same as you have in the time, yeah? So start Giovanni, continue Adriana, and then Michael. When you finish, please tell us because your parent needs to know when start, okay? Let's start, Giovanni. Let's do it.
Okay, teacher. Let me see. In the past video, I could wash a t-shirt, but you have to try to do her best explanation about what's similar with the verbs with ing after prepositions and after verbs. So, what I have to say about that? By the first time, I could understand that you have to use a verb preposition plus ing. When you have a verb immediately followed by a preposition, you have to plus ing. For example, if you say, "I look forward to meeting," I'm going to write on the chat. I look forward and I look forward to meeting. You understand that maybe immediately after to the preposition, you have to plus you have to place a verb with the ing form. Another thing, another sentence, I could understand that the example say, for example, I thank you for helping. So what is the idea here? The idea for helping me. The idea is that you have to think that after a preposition, okay, a verb, a preposition, you have to plus another verb with ing. Okay? The other part she explained about the video that says that some verbs use in the verb plus ing. There are kind of verbs that you have to use that to and infinitive. So if you want to learn this verb, you can go to Google and you can go to memorize what are them and what kind of verbs you use the preposition to. But the verbs that are followed by ing, there are verbs, for example, admit, avoid, deny, dislike, enjoy, fancy, consider, finish, give up. For example, I'm going to say example with enjoy. I can say I enjoy eating. You can't say I enjoy to eat. No, you say I enjoy eating. Or I started fishing. I started fishing. How can I memorize these verbs? I just try to take maybe 5 for a week and you say, okay, this week I'm going to use sentences with these first 5 verbs. For example, the verbs I'm going to choose are admit. So I admit drinking soda every night. Or for example, you say dislike. I dislike fighting with my girl or discussing with my girl. Or I consider starting to do my best in the English class, or I imagine traveling to another country. So you have to practice using the verbs on the chart for your day by day, and that's why you can memorize what kind of verbs you have to use followed by ing. That's why I understood about the video. Thank you.
Excellent, Giovanni. Thanks for your information, Adriana. Let's do it, please.
Teacher, I my internet fails for some minutes, but I will try to explain the part that I can see about the video. Okay, in the video, teacher explained about the preposition and verbs with ing. Um, uh, she said that in sometimes we use the end in ing. For example, with the verbs is, excuse me, teacher. Wait a minute. With preposition, like for example, like enjoy. I enjoy. I enjoy cooking. After the preposition, we use the verb with ing. Some verbs needs this need that the following verb ends in ing. Uh, for example, I I started I started a student studying, and some verbs doesn't need this end. In the example that the teacher shows, the verb decide. I decided to watch TV. She explains that after decide, the following verb begins in infinitive, to watch. Or another verb is want. I want to eat. After the verb want, the following verb begins in infinitive, to eat. This is the part that I could show for the video.
Thanks, Adriana. Thank you so much. That is good. You have some resources and you did. Thanks. Michael, can you continue with your part, please?
Okay. Understand of my part is that to plus ing sentences. Like I look forward to a meeting. I look forward to ice cream. To eat ice cream. In this case, for is used like a phrasal verb to or for example, and after the phrasal verb goes the preposition to verb in gerund, finish it in ing. For example, I'll get used to living here. Uh, get used to means like you have resorted to do something, and that is the verb living gerund, living here or lying or yes, I used to stealing, and the verb in gerund ing, and with two verbs in one, and then the preposition, and that's all I think.
Okay, thanks. We need to practice a lot about this because sometimes we have this mistake, and it's very common for Latin American people think about in Spanish, and for that reason have this kind of mistake. So we can continue now with culture, museums, and art. That is a topic that we are like a lot. So in this case, I'm going to give you a you are going to choose one important cultural place from your city, from your town. Yes, and you are going to talk about it. Yes, you should describe that place and recommend us that places. As we did in other activities before, you are going to choose, in that case, uh, it's about the city and 4 places that you can visit around that place. For that one, also, we are going to use some expressions that is that you have in the list. Letter A, the first, the second, because we are going to number 4 important places. Okay, so you are going to choose Bogota, Medellin, or whatever you are, and you are going to tell me 4 places that you recommend us as a cultural tour. Okay, which is the best one, and which of them do you prefer, and why? Better for older people or younger people? Yes. So I'm going to give you time to think about this activity. Another 5 minutes to organize your ideas, to look and search some information on internet, and then we are going to come back. Okay. So remember, each of you is going to choose the city with 4 important or 4 interesting places, cultural places that we should visit when we are in that city or town, wherever you want to. Yes. So let's do it. 5 minutes. The time it's 6:30. So we are going to come back at 6:58. Let's do it. Okay, are you ready? We are going to start. For this activity, you are going to have no more than 2 minutes per each of you to talk about the places and use the expression that I already shared. Um, we are going to start. Michael, Adriana, and the last part is Giovanni. Adriana, and Giovanni. This is the order. Remember, just you are going to have 2 minutes. If you finish before the time, please tell to your partner, and the other partner can start the conversation or the information that he is going to share with us. So, Michael, let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to talk about four different places that you can visit and are also cultural places in Bogota, Colombia. Uh, there are Base House. The second one is National Museum. The third is Gold Museum. The fourth is Bolivar Square. I think that the first Base House offers a part of the Colombian history that is made by the events that happened in the past during the independence of Colombia, and it's most for because they can appreciate these ancient stories and good things related by the tourist guides. The second one offers is the National Museum offers part of the Colombian history since Colombia until the 20th century. The third is the Gold Museum, which is about the story of these metal works in Colombia since native Colombian work with that until nowadays. And the Bolivar Square is just for visit a touristic site in the center of Bogota, Colombia, which is located in front of the presidential palace. Here you can take pictures, and I think it would be an interesting idea for tourists. They can there's some pictures from Bogota. It will be boring mostly for kids. They maybe could appreciate more the museums than the Bolivar Square. I believe that all these kind of sites offers important history and important facts and information about Colombia as country and nation. Thanks.
Excellent. Congratulations, Adriana. Let's continue.
Okay, I'm going to talk about Colon Theater. This theater is the most representative in Bogota. It's colorful. Its architecture is wonderful. It is located in the center of the city. In this place, people can see opera, ballet, theater. Can go young people, older people. Other place is Biblioteca Luis Ángel Arango. It's very traditional and visited for young and older people. In this place, you can find different kind of books. There are many conference rooms. It is interesting because it's like a meeting place. Other important place in Bogota is La Candelaria. This is the most representative neighborhood in Bogota. In this place, people can find museums, good restaurants. The streets are colonial and traditional house. It's a good plan. Besides, it's visited for different tourists of different countries. Other, this is not a place, but it's interesting to visit this La Ciclovia. This is enabled on weekends. Some streets in Bogota are free in Sundays from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And in these streets, don't the people can walk, do exercise, um, spend time with family, eat in the street. Is very nice. Look, the people free in the street. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Diana. It's my turn. Uh, for talking about the cultural place that I want to visit, it's a city that everybody knows. I choose I choose Cartagena. For me, it's a beautiful place and a beautiful coast city that you have to know. So, but the first time, what I can say about Cartagena, I said that is the historic center enclosed of the walls of Cartagena. For me, it's a pleasure go and stroll through the streets of Cartagena. It's important to watch colonial treasures such as the palace of the Inquisition, at the clock tower, and maybe enjoy the warm and gentle breeze that wanders through the parks and squares. That's why I think that the weather of Cartagena is one of the best ones for me because it's a breeze with wine nearby to the beach, nearby to the sea. And one of the characteristics most important that has Cartagena is the gastronomy and it's a part of the spirit. I think the ratio of causing a multiplying the day of travelers see new city flavors. For example, the fish, for example, the raw lobster, crabs. That's all the sea cuisine that you can enjoy. The place that I choose for that explanation was San Basilio de Palenque. It's a cultural space. It's a good place to observe Afro-Latino heritage. Palenque is called one of the first free towns of the continent and has been home of the premier boxer like Antonio Cervantes, Kid Pambele. It is the most important historic sportsman in the world. And our important place that Cartagena has could be, let me see, for example, the San Pedro Claver's part. I think that there is a restaurant in the middle of the streets in San Pedro Claver, and you can enjoy what the Santa Teresa Square. It is the old Cartagena. People go through this old city to walk in groups by family. You can enjoy that. You can watch some different sculptures and pre-Columbus sculptures. You can walk through that thing. You can eat an special and find it. And I think that expensive food, but it's so nice because you can enjoy the relaxing there. The other place of attraction is the Proclamation Square. I think that on this side, the wall of the city of Cartagena, people gathered to support the declaration of the independence. Since the independence was proclaimed in Cartagena, this place has been called Proclamation Square. There is a striking statue of Pope John Paul II is located in the corner of Proclamation Square and Archbishop Street. What could I say at Cartagena? Uh, I think that the older people would like to go walking through the old Cartagena, but I think that younger people too that prefer to do choose the part, for example, the castle when you can understand more than better that you know about the historic place that is Cartagena and, and its independence. I believe that is a magic place, and it will be interesting because for all this history and people that know the independence there, it was so our conquerors that how the people got the freedom about our independence. I don't think it will be a great idea uh, go along there because of the reality in this moment. That's the violence there. There are some people that can get trouble to you, again, are robbers, to steal some money because you are a tourist. That's why you try to don't be alone there. And it will be boring if you're traveling, if you don't have a traveler guide to explain what is for you, what is this historic place that I have to tell you. And it's fun for us because of the beach, because of the many activities and it's activities, leisure activities you can do there, like go skating, go surfing, go swim in the sea. You can share volleyball with your friends on the beach
Thanks.
and and
Remember,
do a lot of things.
it was two
What's up?
minutes and you took more than this, so I have to stop. Okay, but thank you so much. You
Okay.
had a very good information about the three places that you share. Thanks a lot. Very good. Excellent. Excellent about Bogota, and in this case, about excellent. Very good. Congratulations. We are going to continue with the next activity. So easy is just to we are going to practice a conversation, and this conversation is in the link that I sent you through the chat. Please click on it. This is part of an exam that we can practice FCE as B1 or B2 practice test. In this case, we are going to listen. We are not going to answer the question in the activity, just we are going to listen the conversation. And if you see below the script where are the questions, where the questions are, you can see a link. Click on it and you can find the transcript. That is the most important. What is the idea? We're saying see script, script. So please let the conversation play and follow the script. Follow the script because after this we are going to practice all together in the conversation and you are going to be part of the conversation. We are going to practice intonation and pronunciation. Okay, so the conversation or 3 minutes, and I'm going to give you 3 minutes to listen by yourself, follow the conversation, and then we come back and practice all together. Okay, so the time is 7:11. We are going to come back at 7. Let's do it. Okay, guys, so it's already done. Just it's for practicing. So pay attention the exclamations, the point, the intonation, and pronunciation. It's okay because we are not going to talk about like British people, but it's the most important is our intonation and understand by the pronunciation we can express our emotions. Okay, so because there are just two people talking in the conversation, we are going to do by two, of course, by pairs. In that case, we are going to work. Giovanni and Adriana is going to be the first team. It's mean that Giovanni is, what's the name of him? Marcel, and the girl is the accommodation management. Then when you finish, then Adriana start again with Michael and do the same. Read the conversation. So Adriana and Giovanni, let's start.
Okay. Hello, can I help you? Giovanni? Hello?
Giovanni, can you hear? Maybe he's listening the video and he can heard us. Michael, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Michael, could you please start with Adriana and then when Giovanni is we can continue with him.
Okay,
Adriana and Michael, let's start the conversation.
okay.
Okay. Hello, can I help you?
My friends told me they already have accommodation for next year. They said I need to sort out my accommodation too.
Yes, you do. In fact, you left it a little bit. A, uh, you left it a bit late. We tell students to arrange accommodation in January.
It's very early.
Well, by March, there's usually nothing left, so it wasn't a good idea to leave it until the end of May. Well, let's have a look. I can probably find something for you. What sort of accommodation are you looking for?
Well, I'd like to stay in the university halls again.
What year are you in?
What year am I in? Oh, I see. I'm a first year student.
So in September you'll be in your second year. I'm afraid we don't reserve halls, accommodation for second year students. Rooms in hall go to first year students, and we keep any remained places for final year students.
Oh, so what can I do?
Well, most students rent a room in a house. It's often cheaper than halls anyway.
Okay,
Do you have any friends you'd like to share a house with?
I don't know. Not really. I think they already have plans.
Well, I look on the computer system. There may there may be free rooms in some houses. I'll print a list for you. There's not very much left.
What is there?
There's a room in a house on Old Road. It's with 5 other students. 2 bathrooms, one kitchen, living room, £85 a week.
All road?
It's about 5 miles from the campus.
5 miles. That's quite far.
You can take a bus.
Isn't there something closer?
Let me see. There's one on Edward Street, a small room with 6 other students. One bathroom, kitchen, dinner. It doesn't have a living room. This bedroom's very small, only 2 meters by 3. It's cheap thought, 65 pounds a week, bills included.
It doesn't sound so good.
There's nothing else close to campus. You could look for a private room. Check the local papers, look around. The Newcastle Forum website often has accommodation in it. Someone might want a longer or have a room to rent.
Okay, I'll try the forum. Thanks for your help.
Very good. Excellent, Adriana and Michael. Excellent. Giovanni, are you with us?
Hello, yes, teacher. Sorry, that's I was so busy. My student just already gone because her father picked up her. So I was on my garage. I talking to him. I talking to him 5 minutes. So sorry, teacher. I'm free. At this moment, I'm free. I alone.
Don't worry, Giovanni. That is okay. Adriana and Giovanni. Giovanni, did you see the conversation?
Which one?
I sent you a conversation, but don't worry. If you don't have, don't worry. That is okay. We can stop here, and another time you can practice with the conversation. Thanks a
I just have I just have a listening comprehension.
lot with the activity. This class ending, I would like to share with you some topics. Uh, the encounter number 16, we are in encounter 14. That is on Friday, and next Wednesday is going to be the oral evaluation. Yes, it's like a final test or something like that. But for this evaluation, we can do it by ourselves. So what does it mean? I would like, and I don't know, I would like to propose you, and if you tell me yes or no, uh, I would like that the exams comes from you. It's mean, for example, Adriana, give me an opinion or ideas like a brainstorming some activities or an activity that she would like to have at the end of the class, as Giovanni does the same, and Michael also. Yes, and with the activities that you have, plus that if I need to add something else, we can say something, the final test or do the assessment. Why I do like this? Because uh, I would like that you have that you part of the test. It's mean that it's not for me the test. It's for that you feel so confident and you want to practice something in specific during the activities. During all of these encounters, we have work different topics. We practice some different kind of activities of a speech, like a conversation, role plays, debates, discussions, personal opinions, as a teacher because you work as a teacher also. So there are different activities that we can do it. If you want, because you can decide, of course, if you want to, for the next encounter, it's mean on Friday, you can bring us some ideas as a brainstorming that you consider the activity that could be part of the test. The test is for during the last encounter. It's mean 1 hour and a half that we have done. So they are just activities that you consider are important and you want to during the final test. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, a
So,
kind of
teacher,
brainstorm.
I have a question. what are we going to do next Friday? So, past tomorrow.
A brainstorming, I think.
Next Friday we have class. Yes, as we have before. Yes, the same kind of class. We have the topic and we are going to develop the topic through different activities. But activities that we are going to have is a brainstorming for the activities that you would like to include in the final test.
The final test is until next Wednesday.
16th is the final test, the oral evaluation.
Is that your signal is not good in this moment? You are. I can hear you very well.
The encounter 16 is our last encounter, and it's mean that this is the time when we have to have the exam.
Okay. Okay, teacher.
Okay, good. So I'm going to share with you the links for the next encounter, and you have this extra homework because you please think about what are the activities that you would like to include. Also, uh, even you have the information, and then I'm going to check if they are part of the activities that the university proposed, and if it's like this, we can include. But I would like that you have part of that. Test, okay? It's just like a formality because all of these activities are your report for the university, okay? So they are the links. Those are the links for the next encounter. Um, Please let me know if you have any question.
No, teacher, all is
Thank you.
understood.
Okay, good. If you don't have any questions, I think we can finish here. We couldn't complete the activity, the last activity, but we can do the next encounter. And please think about the activity, check uh, the that are in the chat, and that's it. That's all. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful night. Take care, take rest, and see you next encounter.
Thank you, teacher and guys. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye, teacher. Thank you. Thanks.